Welcome to our Video Analytics one-on-one interview series. I'm super happy to have Matt with me. Matt is the marketing manager for analytics at Bosch. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So our partnership has been long-standing between Genetec and Bosch. It's super tight. So let's start off with the most important thing. What can we deliver to our end users as an outcome together as partners?
I really love that you use the word outcome. There's been a lot of focus over the last few years on AI sort of as a core technology, and rightfully so. It's fundamentally changing our industry. But the actual applications that can be derived from that AI have been a little bit slower to develop, and that technology is finally matured enough that we can bake it into real solutions in the real world. So things like people counting, traffic monitoring, even AI-based alarm verification are all now possible, not just that they're possible, but they're possible in the environments that they're actually needed. And so that maturity of this technology is really great. The other piece, I think, is sort of a core competency of our partnership with Genetec. But I tell customers often there's a subtle but important distinction between data and information. Data is just a pile of data. Information is human readable and actionable. So where Security Center comes in for us is we can send Genetec the data, the Genetec ingests that data and then spits it out to the end user as information. It's human readable and actionable. And if you don't take that step, the data doesn't have nearly as much value. So the partnership is really strong where that's concerned.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think it's also important to have a tight integration between the two products, to look at cybersecurity, encryption, all these kind of things. And to have the single pane of glass, of course, where you combine all this data in one interface. Cool, so what are the maybe 3 features at Bosch that really stand out?
Well, you know, I'm the analytics guy, so of course I'm going to say analytics first. Accurate analytics has been part of our value proposition for some time now, and it remains central to our story. I think second is we continue to thrive in mission-critical applications. So we've actually verticalized our approach, not just at a sales level, but all the way up to a product development level, so that we can do pre-designed, pre-packaged solutions for real-world problems that are designed to work in the wild. And the cool part is Genetec is a part of some of those pre-designed, pre-packaged solutions, so that we can take, again, these core technologies that we've been talking about for the last few years and actually get them out in the wild where they work. The third thing you've already mentioned, it might not be the most glamorous topic, but our partnership for end-to-end data security with Genetec is almost a decade old now. It continues to get better with each and every release, both on the firmware side for Bosch and Security Center side with your new versions. So for any customers who are especially focused on cybersecurity, the Bosch Genetec partnership remains the best in the industry for that.
Okay, very cool. Nowadays, when we talk about analytics, it's all about machine learning, AI. So it becomes more and more important to think about how we do AI. We see this in the IT industry, talk about responsible AI and so on. It's kind of new in our security industry, but I think it's important to talk about it. So how does Bosch handle AI responsibly?
That's a great question, and as you pointed out, some of the best practices for this are sort of still emerging, and it's difficult to put policies around it, especially while the technology is changing so rapidly. But I would say 2 things. First, on the training side, the data acquisition side, you kind of have a little bit of a tug of war. You need diverse data sets so that you don't inadvertently create biases in your trainings. But in order to get diverse data sets, you have to be responsible about how you obtain that data. So we have a really comprehensive data acquisition agreement that we can execute with our customers that allows them to give us that diverse data so that we can make good, unbiased detectors, but they can rest assured that their data is not being shared in the wrong places. It's in a very small need-to-know group that actually has visibility into that data. The other thing, and probably the biggest sort of irresponsibility I see in the industry, is turning AI from a technology into a marketing buzzword. And giving customers the impression that they can just throw some artificial intelligence at it and it's going to solve every problem.
Yeah. So maybe to finish, what are the new things with Bosch? So what's new?
I would say 2 in particular. One is our new automated night watch system. So I mentioned earlier pre-designed, pre-packaged solutions that take advantage of AI to solve real-world problems. So this solution combines a multi-imager camera with AI object detection analytics with a pan-tilt zoom camera with our new AI intelligent tracking. So PTZs have always had this nasty habit of pointing in the wrong direction. This multi-imager can now very accurately get it in the right place, initiate this AI intelligent tracking. We've also added an extremely bright white light to the PTZ. It is uncomfortable when it's turned all the way up, and an IP speaker to do both automated announcements or talk down through like Sepilia, for example. So there's a measure of deterrence after the detection. And of course, if we can get rid of the vandal before they have a chance to vandalize anything, everybody's much better off. So using several forms of AI together to solve a real world problem. The other one, I would say, is probably the most exciting project I've worked on since I've been at Bosch, 7.5 years. And it's our new gun detection system that releases in late October. So I don't think it's a secret to any of your viewers that gun violence is a horrible problem in the US. And so what we've done is, again, a pre-designed, pre-packaged solution utilizing multiple cameras and multiple technologies. So the latest AI for visual gun detection, as well as the latest sound AI for gunshot detection to create a multi-layered solution. This can be thought of as either a supplement or an alternative to metal detectors or millimeter wave detectors. It has the added benefit that it's very transparent and frictionless. So it can help our schools and corporate campuses feel safer without making them feel like a fort or a prison, and that's really important. So even though the gun epidemic is horrific and tragic, I'm really excited to be part of the solution and to get this out in the world.
Wow, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Matt, thanks for the update. It's been really great to having you here.
Always great talking to you.